UNDP Montenegro is present in Montenegrin judiciary since 2004. Our intervention at the beginning was the capacity development intervention, and later on we helped the Ministry of Justice and the judiciary in general in strategic planning and strategic streamlining and monitoring in the terms of delivering of the first overall strategic document, strategy for the reform of the judiciary and the action plan for the reform of the judiciary, which set up the goals for the reform in the period of the following 5 years. All these goals and measures were in line with the EU accession criteria that were set up by the EC delegation in EC to Montenegro. So UNDP Montenegro helped and supported the process of delivering of this action plan, which was estimated by the EC delegation in its progress report for the country for 2008 as a action plan with relevant measures. So in the next period, we defined several areas of interventions, which are also demands from the EC and from the EU, like legal aid in the terms of the access of justice, then organized crime and anti-corruption, since we are having a big organized crime and anti-corruption project in the scope of our judicial reform program, and as well as the strengthening of the capacities of the Ministry of Justice. And since the Ministry of Justice is facing the challenges of the EU accession processes in the terms of replying to the different requests coming from the side of the EU, we are helping them to face this. The separate component of the project is dealing with the EU integrations, and we will provide our assistance in the future to the Ministry of Justice, especially having in mind that the questionnaires are coming from the side of the EC delegation soon to Montenegro, and that we're going to support the Ministry of Justice to fill out the questionnaires and to deliver their obligations coming from the European partnership. This process of delivering and drafting and adopting of the strategy and the action plan was one general process involving not only the judicial counterparts such as Ministry of Justice, Supreme Court, Supreme State Prosecutor's Office, all other judicial bodies, but also different, not only the donor community, but also the different factors such as NGOs, media. And the process itself was driven like that the action plan and also the strategy went for the public discussion before they were adopted. And having in mind the fact that Montenegro is a small country, we really try to do this public campaign as it was possible to make it effective. So we organized several roundtables when the draft action plan was promoted, and the citizens and the population was invited to give their comments to the action plan, or in written, or through the website of the Ministry of Justice, where the draft action plan was promoted so the public in general was involved in the process as much as it was possible. Since this is a very, let's say, expert action plan, but also dealing with the problems of the population, we really try to involve all of the important factors in the process of delivering the strategy and later on the action plan for the reform of the judiciary. What also should be emphasized here is that also having in mind the necessity to provide the sustainability of the actions and the measures from the action plan, we try to provide the consultancy in the terms of delivering the budget for the action plan, which was adopted together with the action plan in December 2007 as a national action plan and national budget by the government. And by that fact, government overtook responsibility to finance the measures coming out of the action plan.